Funtown Splashtown USA is a small family-owned amusement park located in Saco, Maine, just a short drive away from Old Orchard Beach, which is a popular beach in Maine. The park is home to 2 roller coasters and a variety of family attractions. It's a nice place to visit if you happen to be spending some time at the beach or looking to get away and visit a little amusement park. I went here in August of 2019. Spent a little under a half a day here. The park isn't too big, but it is split between an amusement park and a water park. So if you wanted to do the water park, you could definitely make a full day out of this place. But because the water park is separate admission, I just went for the amusement park, and this is going to be my experience there. Now, one of the first impressions that I had of Funtown Splashtown USA was the very weird layout. You could tell that this park was not planned out very long term. They added to it as they saw fit. So a lot of the pathways are just winding around existing attractions. There isn't really a logical flow to everything. Basically, the entire park is a one-way path. You can keep going further down, then when you reach the end, which happens to be where Excalibur is, then you turn around and you go back. So in terms of guest flow, it is definitely not ideal. To my understanding, the reason why it's like that is because Funtown USA used to be owned by 2 different people. They were individual attractions that they started adding to, and then eventually one bought out the other and combined it into one amusement park. Kind of a similar story to what happened to Mount Olympus in a way, because both of these parks really don't have a logical guest flow to them. So there's your fun fact for the video. Let's talk about a couple of the rides that they have here. Of course, their biggest one is Excalibur. This is a CCI wooden roller coaster. It's about 100 feet tall, goes out into the woods, features a variety of turns. It's a pretty cool looking attraction. It actually has a really awesome looking station. It's in the section of the park that they refer to as Camelot, where you can see the sword and the stone, a big swinging ship, and then of course Excalibur as the anchor to the area as well as the entire park. I got a couple rides on Excalibur. I thought it was fine. It was solid. I don't think it's really anything to write home about, but for what this park is, I mean, it's exactly what they really need. It's a standout attraction. I mean, heck, it's the main reason why I wanted to visit this place to begin with, but they do have one other roller coaster. It's a Wild Mouse. Nothing too exciting, but it's the family coaster complement to Excalibur, which may be a bit more of an extreme ride. Other notable attractions include a log flume, some antique cars, and a scrambler. Now, this scrambler is not your ordinary scrambler. It's called Astrophere. It is enclosed and features a state-of-the-art laser show. They blast music, change the colors of the room, and it is wild. Basically what happened is they had an outdoor scrambler. They wanted to make it a bit more exciting, so they enclosed it with this permanent concrete dome. Really, it reminded me of what Six Flags Great America does with their teacups during Fright Fest. They enclose that, call it Terror Twister 2, and it's a great seasonal attraction. This is year-round, is permanent, but they still go with that extra long cycle, but because it's super long, it isn't as extreme. It almost felt like a show, but it's still very, very cool. Definitely a ride that you won't want to miss out on, and I think because of that, this was actually the longest line I waited in at Funtown Splashtown. It had a longer line than Excalibur. I mean, go figure. A couple other things I'll mention. I did have a meal here. I chose to get a burger, and actually something kind of interesting here. The park offers these Funtown bucks that you can use at the park. They look like blue dollar bills. You just exchange your currency for these, and you can use it to buy whatever. So I used mine to get a meal, and you know, if you happen to have some left over, I mean, it's a cool looking souvenir. You can always save them for the next time you go visit. Now, my experience at Funtown Splashtown was cut a little short because of some crazy bad weather. In the vlog I shot, you just see me get absolutely drenched from this weather that came out of nowhere. And so I didn't get to do everything. Like, I didn't get to do their drop tower. They have a yo-yo that would have been fun to do. But for what it is, I think this place is pretty interesting. I wouldn't rank it very highly out of all the amusement parks I've been to. It's really a family park. It appeals to the local audience or the tourists that happen to be visiting Old Orchard Beach. I'm certainly glad I went, but I don't think that I'll be visiting again anytime soon. Honestly, the park to me kind of felt like a one and done place. Excalibur is cool, but it wasn't so great that I'm dying to go back there to ride it again. I enjoyed the time that I had here, and I certainly recommend it for those that are in the area or planning on making a trip to that area, but I don't think you should be traveling a super long distance out of the way to go here. So for what it is, it's fine, quirky little place. I didn't think it was as charming as Canopy Lake Park, which is the place that I went to actually the next day after visiting Funtown, and because they aren't too far away, away from each other. If you find yourself trying to decide which one of them you should visit, I'd say go to Canopy. But if you're doing a little theme park trip and you're able to make it both, then hey, yeah, go for it. But those are just my thoughts on Funtown Splashtown USA in Saco, Maine. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this place, if it looks like a park you'd like to get to eventually. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do theme park reviews from places all across the world. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.